Okay, welcome back to the channel. So I want to do a quick update on my 9812 valve. So far, bottom line up front, no major issues, no concerns. It is my daily driver. I have no issues, like really like nothing to complain about. The truck has a little over 107,000 miles on her now. And yeah, she's doing great. So, a couple of things that I have done to her recently. You can see here the the truck originally came from the original owner with projector headlights. The owner put projector headlights in, and I don't, I really hate projector headlights. Anyways, and I didn't feel that it looked well with this 90s style Ram. So I ordered a set of OEM style headlights. I ordered this from headlightdepot.com, and I ordered a set of the factory headlights. So it's got a one bulb. It's the what 9004 light bulb. It's the low and high beam. So yeah, so I installed that. I think the truck looks much better with the factory OEM style headlights. The truck did have tow mirrors, the second gen tow mirrors, but I did upgrade to the fourth gen tow mirrors. And I must say, I really like the fourth gen tow mirrors a lot better. So I like the chrome look. I like the blind spot mirror, the way it's positioned. I can see all the way down to, where the tire meets the road, right? Where the rubber meets the road. When I'm backing up, I can see exactly where my tire is at. And I'll be honest, I really do love the Ram tow mirrors. I know some people have been putting on GM tow mirrors on their trucks. You know, those tow mirrors, those GM tow mirrors, just don't look right on a Ram. Because those are GM mirrors, which are basically a copy of the Ford mirrors, right? They're big elephant ears, right? And they just don't look good. I like the Ram tow mirrors. They look good flipped up, and they look good flipped down. I prefer them flipped down. And the blind spot mirrors, yeah, they work better when the mirrors are flipped up. However, when they're flipped down, if you adjust them just right, you can they're not perfect. They definitely work better when they're up, but you can position them in a way where they work just fine. So I like when the mirrors are down, it there's less of a blind spot, right? Like when you're driving, you stop at a stop sign, gotta look left, look right, then look left again, then right again, and whatever, right? Before you start moving from a stop sign, right? Because these mirrors sit low, it's easy to look across the road from side to side. So I really do like the Ram tow mirrors. I like them a lot better than the GM style mirrors on a Ram, right? Now the Ford mirrors, granted, on a Ford, they look good on a Ford, right? The GM mirrors look good on a GM, but putting a GM tow mirror on a Ram just looks kind of funny. So, and Ram, it's these flip up mirrors is distinctive. It's unique only to Ram, whereas everyone else is just a copy of each other, right? So, and I know Ram went away with the flip up tow mirrors. They basically got a tow mirror now that is basically this, but flipped up all the time now. Um, and they've gone the way of copying Ford and GM now, in a sense, right? But I do like the flip up tow mirrors. I think they look better. It's unique to Ram. So, anyways, yeah. So let me see here. What else? You saw in the last video I added the cold crank case ventilation and oil fill tube combo, right? Let me tell you, I'll be honest, the truck runs and drives a lot better. It's like a weight was lifted. Like when you get that feeling like a tremendous weight has just been lifted off your shoulders, right? It's kind of like that. The truck feels lighter on its feet. I know that's weird to say. You know, some people are just not in tune with their vehicles and they don't feel squat, right? They don't know what a butt dyno feels like. They don't know because let me tell you something about diesels, right? And real those that are really in tune with their diesels know when the truck is. You have days when it's just not running right, right? It's just kind of like not happy. But then there are times when she's running good, she is running really, really good, and you just know it. You can feel it, you can hear it, you can. It's a feeling that it's really hard to explain, and that's kind of what it feels like with this extra vent. The secondary, um, venting of the crank pressures has, I feel, loosened. I don't know, some, yeah, I mean, it's venting extra pressure, right? And it works, and it's it just drives better. So I highly recommend if you're looking to add a secondary vent because you're running extra high boost or whatever, right? And you want to keep the factory valve cover, that oil fill slash crankcase ventilation combo works great. So, anyways, I do have. So I got a. I have an aftermarket. Now this truck, the original owner put a PML differential cover on the back of the Dana 70, and it's a flat back cover. And we all know, we've all seen the Banks videos, right? We don't want a flat back cover. We want a cover that follows the OEM fluid dynamics of the OEM cover, right? So the gears and the pinion and everything gets lubed up correctly. Well, Banks does not make a Dana 70 differential cover. There are other companies out there that make a cover that kind of flows like the OEM, but they've got some weird quirks to them, like BD. They have their cover has this weird reservoir where it just, like Banks said, it's like driving fluid into this cavity, and then it'll go up and over, and it'll then the rest of the cover it follows the OEM curvature, right? Um, I didn't want to go with a factory pan because it's hard. So I tried finding a factory pan online. It's hard. Straight from Dana, I've called several places and they're on back order. Um, there are chrome covers that you can order, but like from Amazon. However, after reading a lot of reviews, a lot of them have said that those aftermarket OEM style covers are really thin metal, right? Sheet metal. And so, anyways, I found a cover. It's an aluminized aluminum cover, and it follows the factory um, curvature of their OEM pan. So when I get that, I'll install. I'll show you the pan, and I'll give you the part number. I don't have it on me at the moment, but and it wasn't fairly expensive. It's like I got it on sale for like less than $100, and yeah, it's like, ooh, wow. So we'll see what it looks like when it comes in, right? But I called them and I called the company, and they did say that yeah, their pan follows the OEM factory curvature, right? So like Banks, it has that, it keeps the original fluid dynamics of the factory cover. So, but we'll see when it actually comes in because it's quite inexpensive compared to BD and Banks and some of these other covers out there. But anyways, so I think I'm gonna shut her down here. Not much more to say. Again, truck is doing great. Um, no issues or concerns. And yeah, we'll see y'all in the next video.